Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at 12 best used motorcycles that will outlast new ones. Number 12, Kawasaki Vulcan 900. The Kawasaki Vulcan 900 is the kind of used cruiser that just refuses to quit. With its rock-solid reputation for durability and low-cost ownership, it's a motorcycle that can easily outlast newer, flashier bikes on the market. For American riders who value substance over trends, the Vulcan 900 delivers timeless styling, easy comfort, and proven reliability. You can typically find well-maintained models priced around $4,000 to $5,000, making it an incredible value for a middleweight cruiser that's built to last well beyond 50,000 miles with basic upkeep. The Vulcan 900 is powered by a liquid-cooled V-twin engine that strikes a perfect balance between power and efficiency. It's not a bike that screams performance, but it offers enough low-end torque to enjoy highway rides without strain. Riders often report crossing the 60,000-mile mark without major issues, which is something you won't hear much about newer budget cruisers. Overall, the Kawasaki Vulcan 900 is a no-nonsense machine that was made for the long haul. It may not come with the flash of today's tech-heavy cruisers, but what it offers is far more valuable: consistency, dependability, and ride-after-ride confidence. For anyone looking to invest in a used motorcycle that will stay strong for years, it's hard to find a better deal than a well-kept Vulcan 900. Number 11, Suzuki TU250X. The Suzuki TU250X is one of those rare used bikes that quietly builds a legacy without trying to impress. Lightweight, reliable, and impressively simple, this little thumper is a dream for riders who want something that just works every single time. In the used market, clean examples often go for around $2,000 to $3,000, and at that price, it's a practical steal. Known to last over 40,000 miles with minimal fuss, the TU250X earns its place as a long-lasting daily rider that beats out many modern entry-level options. Under the tank sits a modest 249cc air-cooled single-cylinder engine that isn't about speed, it's about getting you there without breaking a sweat. The simplicity of its design is part of its genius. With just one carburetor and a basic 5-speed transmission, there's very little to go wrong. And that's the key to its long life. Owners have praised its almost bulletproof nature and extremely low running costs, making it ideal for both new riders and experienced ones who just want a dependable two-wheeler that can go the distance. Overall, the Suzuki TU250X may not turn heads, but it will absolutely turn over even after sitting idle. With its classic styling, low maintenance demands, and affordable ownership, it proves that sometimes the most basic bikes are the ones that stick around the longest. Number 10, Yamaha Vstar 650. The Yamaha Vstar 650 is a used cruiser that offers surprising longevity, rock-solid reliability, and a low price tag that makes it a total steal in today's market. For riders in the US looking for a dependable used bike that can go the distance, this one punches far above its weight. You can find well-maintained Vstar 650 models on the used market for just around $3,000 to $3,500. And what you're getting for that price is a bike that can comfortably last over 80,000 miles with routine care. The 650cc air-cooled V-twin engine is built like a tank and designed to be simple, strong, and extremely easy to service. There's no complex electronics to worry about here. Just a carbureted engine that responds well to regular maintenance and rewards riders with dependable performance. Beyond the mechanicals, the ride quality plays a big role in its endurance. It's comfortable, laid back, and has a low seat height that makes it accessible for almost anyone. The ergonomics are made for cruising, which means less fatigue and more ride time over the years. Overall, the Yamaha Vstar 650 delivers old-school cruiser charm with the kind of reliability that never gets old. At under $4,000, this bike gives you a solid, proven platform that will outlast plenty of newer models without breaking a sweat or your bank account. Number 9, Honda Nighthawk 750. The Honda Nighthawk 750 stands as one of the most underrated used motorcycles on the American market today. It's the kind of bike that quietly racks up miles year after year while demanding almost nothing in return. If you're hunting for something that lasts without draining your wallet, the Nighthawk 750 checks every box. In the used market, prices typically hover around $2,800 to $3,500, and for that, you're getting a bike that has proven to easily cross the 100,000-mile mark with basic maintenance. Powering the Nighthawk is a 747cc air-cooled inline four-cylinder engine. This engine is famously bulletproof. It uses hydraulic valve lifters, which is a major win because it means zero valve adjustments for the life of the bike. That alone cuts down on long-term maintenance costs and hassle. What also makes the Nighthawk shine is its versatility and comfort. It's not a cruiser, not a sport bike, and not a tourer, but somehow it's capable of doing all three reasonably well. Riders praise it for being one of the most balanced and manageable bikes ever made. The upright riding position and neutral handling make it a great daily rider, and since parts are still widely available, keeping it in shape is easy and affordable. Overall, the Honda Nighthawk 750 is a textbook example of Japanese engineering at its most dependable. Number 8. Harley-Davidson Electra Glide. The Harley-Davidson Electra Glide is one of the most iconic touring motorcycles ever built, and when bought used, it can easily outlast many newer bikes if maintained properly. Despite its heavyweight cruiser status, the Electra Glide has a well-earned reputation among American riders for being incredibly durable over the long haul. On the used market, you can find solid examples for around $6,000 to $8,000, and that investment can return well over 150,000 miles of reliable service if treated right. Underneath the classic styling is a big air-cooled V-twin engine, depending on the model year often falling in the 1600cc range. What makes this engine stand out isn't just the power, it's the simplicity and repairability. Harley engines are built to be rebuilt. Owners regularly put over 100,000 miles on them, then drop in a new top end or rebuild the bottom and go again. Comfort and touring capability also play a major part in its longevity. With big plush seating, air suspension, and full fairings, this is a bike riders keep and ride for decades. You don't grow out of it, you grow into it. There's also an endless aftermarket for parts, upgrades, and rebuild kits, meaning you'll never be left stranded without support. Overall, the Harley-Davidson Electra Glide is more than just a big cruiser, it's a lifer's bike. For under $8,000, you get a touring legend that's proven itself on every corner of the country. Number 7. Suzuki Boulevard C50. The Suzuki Boulevard C50 is one of the smartest used cruiser purchases you can make if long-term reliability and low running costs are what matter most. It blends classic cruiser styling with bulletproof mechanicals and a smooth ride, all without breaking the bank. In the US used market, you can typically find a clean, well-maintained C50 for between $3,000 and $4,000. And for that modest price, you're getting a bike that consistently clocks over 70,000 miles with just routine upkeep. The engine is a well-tuned 805cc liquid-cooled V-twin that delivers more than enough torque for real-world cruising. It's fuel-injected, which means fewer headaches in the long run, especially in colder weather or at high altitudes. It's also paired with a shaft drive, which dramatically cuts down on maintenance compared to chain-driven bikes. That combination of low-stress engineering and no-nonsense design is exactly why the C50 keeps going year after year. Comfort is another reason this bike outlasts expectations. With its low seat height, wide handlebars, and relaxed riding posture, the Boulevard C50 is easy to ride and easier to keep riding for hours or even decades. Overall, the Suzuki Boulevard C50 proves that you don't have to spend a fortune to get a cruiser that goes the distance. Number 6. Royal Enfield Bullet 500. The Royal Enfield Bullet 500 is a machine steeped in history, and surprisingly, one of the most dependable vintage-style singles you can get your hands on in the used market. Built like a locomotive and designed for simplicity, the Bullet 500 is a rare blend of old-school charm and mechanical endurance. In the US, used examples can often be found for around $3,000 to $3,500, and with proper care, these bikes are known to soldier on well past 60,000 miles. At the heart of the Bullet is a rugged 499cc air-cooled single-cylinder engine that's known more for its torque and endurance than its top-end power. It's a thumper in every sense of the word. Low revving, easy to maintain, and famously straightforward. What truly makes the Bullet last isn't just the engine, it's the slow, measured way it rides. Everything about this bike encourages you to go easy, and that means parts wear slower and engines run cooler. It's built with thick metal, not plastic panels. Maintenance is old-school simple, and parts are cheap and widely available even in the States. So while others chase speed and tech, the Bullet 500 keeps chugging forward like it always has, reliable, raw, and proud. If you want a used motorcycle that feels like it was carved out of time itself and still has miles of life left in it, this is your iron horse. Number 5. Honda Shadow 750. The Honda Shadow 750 has built its name quietly over the years, never the flashiest, never the fastest, but almost always the last one still standing in the garage. As a used cruiser, it's a goldmine for riders who want durability, comfort, and no surprises. Most used listings in the US hover between $2,800 and $3,500, and at that price, you're getting a machine known to cross 100,000 miles without breaking a sweat, as long as you give it basic care. Powering the Shadow 750 is a tried-and true 745cc liquid-cooled V-twin, and like most of Honda's legacy engines, it's built for the long haul. The motor runs smooth, stays cool even in summer traffic, and is surprisingly forgiving on maintenance. Pair that with a shaft drive, and suddenly you're looking at years of riding without worrying about chains, sprockets, or constant upkeep. It's also incredibly comfortable, with a low seat height and a relaxed rider triangle that suits everything from weekend cruises to longer hauls. The controls are basic, intuitive, and built to last. No complicated gadgets or electronics to fail, just clean lines, a reliable motor, and a frame that holds steady through the years. In short, the Honda Shadow 750 is the kind of bike that proves its worth 1 mile at a time. For the price of a decent laptop, you're getting a cruiser that can live on the road and stay there longer than bikes twice the cost. Number 4. Triumph Bonneville T100. The Triumph Bonneville T100 blends classic British design with modern engineering in a way few bikes can match, and that balance makes it one of the best used motorcycles for longevity. In the US, a well-kept used Bonneville T100 typically sells between $5,000 and $6,500, and it's not uncommon to see these bikes crossing 100,000 miles with routine care and minor repairs. For riders looking for vintage aesthetics without vintage problems, this bike nails it. The engine is an 865cc air-cooled parallel twin, known for its smooth power delivery and timeless character. Triumph engineered this motor with longevity in mind. Gear-driven balancers help reduce vibration, while the low-stress rev range keeps wear and tear down even after years of riding. The fuel injection system is cleverly hidden to maintain the vintage carbureted look, but brings modern-day dependability and easy starting in all conditions. The ride quality is refined but nostalgic, with a balanced chassis, upright posture, and confidence-inspiring handling. It's the type of motorcycle you ride for pleasure, and because it's so enjoyable and comfortable, owners tend to hold onto them and ride them often. Parts availability is solid, and the Triumph owner community in the US is active and passionate, making upkeep even easier. If you want a used bike that looks like it rode out of the 60s but performs like it's built for the next decade, this one delivers. Number 3. Honda Goldwing. The Honda Goldwing is the definition of legendary when it comes to long-distance reliability, and as a used buy, it's a serious heavyweight champion. For around $6,000 to $8,000 on the US used market, you can get a well-maintained Goldwing that's ready to conquer entire states without blinking. At the heart of the Goldwing is a flat 6-cylinder engine, one of the smoothest, most durable motors ever fitted into a motorcycle. It's not just powerful, it's engineered to run forever. The horizontally opposed layout reduces vibration to almost zero, which dramatically cuts down on long-term wear. Liquid cooling and shaft drive seal the deal, offering a ride that's not only low maintenance but exceptionally refined. This isn't a motorcycle you ride for a couple of years and sell. It's a bike you grow old with. The comfort is unmatched. Armchair-level seating, excellent wind protection, and every control exactly where you need it. And because so many Goldwings are pampered by their owners, used ones are often in stellar condition with meticulous service records. Buying a used Goldwing isn't just buying a bike, it's buying into a legacy of endurance. This isn't a model that gets outdated. It evolves, it adapts, and it rides on. If you want a two-wheeled machine that can go coast to coast and back again without complaint, the Goldwing will outlast the road itself. Number 2. Suzuki SV650. The Suzuki SV650 is one of those rare used bikes that manages to check every box: affordable, versatile, ridiculously reliable, and endlessly fun to ride. It's a staple in the US used market, and for good reason. You can usually pick up a clean SV650 for around $3,000 to $4,500, and with just regular oil changes and chain care, these bikes often go past 90,000 miles without needing major engine work. Its heart is a 645cc liquid-cooled V-twin that's famous in motorcycle circles for being nearly indestructible. The motor has strong low-end torque, excellent mid-range punch, and an eager throttle, yet it's not high-strung. It's forgiving and efficient, and it's so mechanically sound that it's often used as a platform for track days, commutes, touring, and even stunts, because it can take a beating and keep on going. The SV's lightweight chassis and balanced ergonomics mean riders don't outgrow it. It's sporty enough for canyon carving, but relaxed enough for daily commuting. It's also simple to work on, parts are cheap, and the aftermarket support is massive. The SV650 doesn't try to impress you with flash. It wins you over by refusing to quit. It's the kind of bike that builds trust one ride at a time. And when other bikes are in the shop or listed for parts, this one will still be tearing up back roads or rolling into work, asking for nothing more than fuel and a good ride. Number 1. Honda CB750. The Honda CB750 is a rock-solid standard motorcycle that was built with one simple mission: to run forever. It may not scream for attention, but in the used market, it quietly dominates as one of the most dependable bikes ever made. In the US, you can typically find a well-kept CB750 for between $2,500 and $3,500, and owners routinely push these bikes past 120,000 miles with nothing more than basic maintenance. At its core is a 747cc air-cooled inline four-cylinder engine that has earned a legendary reputation. It's smooth, powerful enough for highway speeds all day, and surprisingly low maintenance. What makes this engine special is its simplicity: no complicated electronics, no fancy tuning maps, just honest, overbuilt engineering designed to last for decades. The CB750 also benefits from a timeless, no-nonsense design. It's got upright ergonomics, a neutral stance, and a bulletproof feel that's hard to match in today's tech-heavy bikes. Whether you're commuting, cruising, or just enjoying backroads on the weekend, it's a bike that feels solid, predictable, and unshakable. The CB750 is proof that you don't need the latest features or the most horsepower to own a motorcycle that'll last a lifetime. And with this, we have reached the end of this video. Make sure to like it and subscribe the channel for future upcoming videos.